Okay. I think some of you already sent to me privately the FaceBus, and then I was chatting with some of you as well now. So if you have the answer for FaceBus, you can PM me. So if you have answer for FaceBus, you can PM me. So now I have two or three already answers. So if you think you have it, you want me to verify, you can PM me. And then I would like to remind you yesterday exercise kan apa you do a folder week 3, alright, you do a folder week 3 on GitHub, and then inside week 3 you put day1.js and then another one is fizzbus.js. Yeah, the problem. Someone have a problem.
So do we upload the file or do we just copy and paste the code?
You copy and paste the code to for FaceBus or for everything? You copy paste the code. So let me see. So what you can do is normally, right? Let's say this one kan. Normally I ask you to upload, but this one you do add new file, create new file, and then you copy paste the code, and then you call it day1.js. Okay. You guys have ni one more thing is ni Teams, right? Since you're going to use it for 2 months at least, I recommend you download the Teams. So yesterday also, masa I check some of you shared your screen yesterday, right? I saw some of you using Chrome, so just download it for 2 months and then buang lah, alright? 2 months or 6 months, then you delete it. Okay, who don't get FizzBus? Who don't get FizzBus? Anyone still on FizzBus? Anyone still stuck on FizzBus? Syamil is not here, yeah? Syamil. Ada Syamil. Sebab I didn't see Syafiq. Okay, if not, we are going to do this. Alright, so you how do I look code ni? How do I upload code on GitHub? You create no GitHub. This one no need to enable page. Alright, this one no need to upload GitHub pages. So how you upload it? You create a new folder like tadi. You create a new repository like previously. Normally you do upload files, but this time around you create a new file. Create a new file, call it day1.js, and then you paste your code here. All right, call it day1.js. Another one fizzbuzz.js. All right, fizzbuzz.js. So now you have two files, huh? Yes, must put JS at the end. Macam HTML, all right? No, you don't need to get here. You have to create a new folder, a repository. This is my example. I'm so lazy to create a new repository. So you have to create a new repository, yeah. That one is ni. Create a new repository. Macam last week, right? Macam last week, you call it week 2, right? Week 3. Week 3, yeah. Now it's week 3. So your Flutter TNB, you want to learn Flutter. Your Flutter TNB is actually your week 3. So it's week 3. See, you have your week 3. This is the third time I repeat. Create a new file. Create a new file like this. Copy and then I paste. Right, copy the code from CodePen, paste it, and then you call it day3.js. So normally it's the same process, but normally you upload. Now you don't upload. You create a new file. That's the difference. Right? Don't upload. Create a new file. This time around you create a new file. Kelakar lah you all. Week 3. The folder is called the folder. Remember, repository is a folder. Alright. Tak apa. Kalau terbuat is okay. If terbuat tak apa. Curious to see what other people do. Okay, so everyone's uploaded. Any problem to upload the project to GitHub and your fees bus? Okay. Two things, fees bus and also the fees bus and also the notes, so the notes also need to be uploaded. Please. Okay. I forgot to follow some of you, so that's why. Only code will come out. Okay, so now we open back CodePen. All right, we open back CodePen. Create a new pen. Okay. Yesterday you saw create a new pen. Go to CodePen. I thought yesterday you already create a new pen. And yesterday ada two pen, right? There, pen. Create a new pen. Oh, you just create the pen. Create a new pen. Pen. Alright, ataupun over here, right click, create a new pen. Okay. You learn about console.log, alright, console.log. So console.log means show it on the console, right? Console.log means show it on the console. Alright. Now, there is one more thing which is called document.write. Right, document.write. And then I will put, for example, hashtag. Document.write hashtag. So document.write means show it on the page. Right, so console.log means show it on the console. Document.write means show it on the page. Okay, so I can do document.write like this. I can do document.write like this. I can do document.write like this. If I want to enter, if I want to enter, well, it's just like a website. I'm going to do document.write br backslash, then we'll do document.write hashtag, document.write hashtag. Okay, so this is document.write, right? Is Different a little bit than no lah. Console.log is showing on the console. Document.write means showing it on the page. Normally it's like this. But I give you shortcut on the first week because I don't want to scratch your code on the first week. Then that's why I did. But normally it's like this. Alright. So normally have to have a slash. Both can, but normally the best way is to have a slash. Okay, means this is the full cut. Last week I teach you that's a shortcut. This is the full cut, not the shortcut really. Because masa tu I don't want to. Okay, nanti you worry too much, right? I just okay, just step. But this is the right way. Okay, so with this, right? The question is this, right? The question is here, right? You going to create something like this. Alright, but I want to increase the challenge. You're going to create something like this. Not like in the page. You're going to create something like what I draw. Alright. I would like to remind you that this should be dynamic. Alright, which means that dynamic means if I decide to do 7, I can do it with just change of one variable. Okay. Macam ni lah, alright. So if I decide, I want it to be sampai 8, or I want it to be sampai 5, I want it to be sampai 9, right? When I refer to it, I mean the base lah. If I want the base, number of base to change, right? So it will just be on one variable, right? Why I have to state that because I tak nak orang buat document.write. Some students did that previously, so that's why I don't want the students to do that. Okay. So based on what you have learned so far, this is the question for now. Okay, for your information, right? I shared with you a cheat sheet. Right? So this is it. You only need to master these pages, right? When I ask I asked my intern to create it. When I ask my intern to create it, I really make it so that it's for SPM students. So if you know it, then you macam SPM student already lah, right? So you just have this, right? You just refer to this. It's only you only need to use whatever that we saw yesterday, right? You only need to do whatever that you saw yesterday. Actually, what you saw yesterday is if else, for loop, number operation, right? String operation. Well, even and then you have string boolean and then number. I don't even have the plus plus and the minus. Apa the right? So you can ignore the array part. You can ignore the array part at the moment. You just refer to whatever that we did yesterday. All right. So this is the cheat here. So basically, kan, is whatever that you did. You only need based on what you did yesterday, right? You should be able to do this. Okay. So just refer to this. Just refer to this. Okay, it's 6:55. I expect you to take around 20 minutes for this exercise, but somewhere after 10 minutes, I want you to answer these questions. All right, so I think let's do it that way, or let's do it like that. I think this one will take more than 20 minutes lah, but let's see in 10 minutes what do you have, and then I need you to answer these questions, all right, in 10 minutes. Okay, so try answering this question first. Then only you type. So start typing the code. Okay. Syamil, next time you tanya kat Slack kalau because kalau kat sini kadang-kadang itu tak terlepas dia je tak no. Just now also Kesavan having problem. That's why I share on Slack. Okay. I think it's more than 10 minutes already. 15 minutes then. All right, any idea? When you guys did this, I lupa nak cakap, don't Google for answer. So because there is no use for you to Google for answer. Yeah, so I have to tell you that, right? Don't Google for answer when you do this. Because if you do like this, if you Google for answer, alright, if you Google for answer, then there is no use lah. No need to come to class lah. Just Google the answer. So try to train your brain as much as possible. Right. Okay. Well, we do one by one first. Alright. I think it's correct, but we do one by one first. Okay. So we try to do it section by section. Right. We try to come up with the steps. Alright. So I don't need you to get the entire answer on 10 minutes. I need you to get the step first. Alright, the first one is what is the first idea that you can do? Alright, so what you should do. Alright, you should do that's why the question that I give here, alright, the question that I give here is the questions that I give inside the PDF is an indicator already. Alright, you try to do the upper part first. Alright, so if you try to do everything one shot, it's going to be difficult. Alright, if you try to do everything one shot, it's going to be difficult. So what you should do is you should write, I will do the upper part first. I will do the upper part first. Alright, so then ignore the bottom part. Right, then ignore the bottom part. You because we decide that we want to do the upper part. All right. Once you have the upper part, right? Once you are here, all right. Section ignore. You decide that I want to do the first row first, right? Let's see if you can do the first row first. Anyway, you see the first row, this one, right? See if you can do the first row first. Macam semalam, like yesterday, right? Like yesterday, when you did your exercise last week, right? Yesterday, I asked you, when we finished bus, we said that I do 1 to 100 first. So it's the simplest thing that it could be, right? To do the first row first, all right? So I will do, all right, the first row first. All right, so like this. You try to see if you can do the first row first. Okay. So once you are able to do the first row, then only you will do row by row, right? Then I figure out the logic to do row by row and come out with a formula to do. Okay. So then only you do row by row, and you come out with a formula. All right. To do that, I suggest you to do with 2 lines first. You do it 2 lines first. After 2 lines is okay, you do it 3 lines, see if it's okay or not. Then only you do it n lines. N lines means any line, and n here means any lines, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 doesn't really matter. All right. Any of this, do you know what? Oh, sorry. The others can see screen lah. Ke Kesavan je cannot see the screen. You see the screen now? Okay, all right. So that's the that's the stats, yeah. Okay. Any of you know what control flow to use, at least for either 1, 2, or 3? Any tools to use for 1, 2, and 3? Okay. So the first thing that you need to do is to know the control. All right. There are 2 keywords. Something that is repeating. When you notice inside your question there is something that is repeating, it's a for loop. When you notice there is some testing, testing here means certain condition, one pattern lah, certain condition, one pattern, another one, no. All right, this one is if else. All right, so I try to restrict to this only. I try to restrict to these two only. If you try to do free code camp, you saw more than this. And then you check your data, right? Your data type, right? Data type, as you can see, it's either, this is what you can see, if it's a string, if it's a number, or if it's a boolean. Boolean you cannot see, but boolean is normally related to if else, right? Related. If you have a if else, most probably you have a boolean, right? If you don't have an if else, then you might not have a boolean. So that's very easy to see. All right. So because there is a repetition, all right. For example, this one is for loop. All right. This is similar to list from 1 to 10. Yesterday, the one that you did yesterday. All right. Except instead of showing the number, all right, you will show hash. That's one. And then use document.write instead of console. Okay, so try to do this, right? Try to, I think at least do number 1 and 2. Right, once you have number 1 and 2, then you can then we can see for number 3. All right, see for number 3.
ne dedim biliyorum. Onlar ne dedim biliyorum.
Okay, so let's try. So we try this, huh? 1 and 2, right? 1 and 2. So I'm going to do 5 lines. So you have var lines equals to 6, right? Because my requirement is if I want to change how many lines, it could be inside one single variable. I can change it in one variable. So for var I equals to 0, I smaller than lines I plus plus. This is the thing that we did yesterday. Cons document dot write hashtag. Okay, now after I do it, I will have things like that. Right now, I want from top to the bottom. Right, I want it from top to the bottom. I will just enter every time I write the hashtag. Right, document dot write br, which means enter it. Then I have top to the bottom. Right, so this one is quite straightforward. So I change it to 2 because I'm about to do this now. All right, I'm about to do this. This one I might need the slide, the one that I showed you yesterday. You can do whatever you want, right? You can draw table or anything. So let's draw a table. So let's say that I have I here, all right? When I equals to 0, all right? When I equals to 0 is this lah, right? When I equals to 0, this one, I want to show hashtag, all right, my expectation. When I equals to 1, my expectation is for it to be like this. If I equals to 2, my expectation is for it to be like this. If I equals to 3, my expectation is for it to be like this. If I equals to 4, then my expectation is for it to be like this. All right, so that's basically what we have now. Okay, so what does it mean? What does it mean? It means that I need to repeat this line. Correct? I need to repeat this line. So if I equals to 0, no need to repeat. If I equals to 0, don't need to repeat. If I equals to 1, repeat 2 times. If I equals to 3, repeat 3 times. Repeat 4 times, repeat 5 times. Okay. So repetition is what already? In what we have learned? When we saw repetition, what is it? All right, Ash is typing right, loop, right? Which means that this one I need to loop. I need to loop this. Right? I need to loop this. All right. So I have to do 4. Right. If you can do this. You can do loop inside a loop. All right. So for var j equals to 0. J is smaller than what? Now you think about it. So if I am on line 1, I don't need to. Let's start with 2 lines. That's why I did. So kalau, all right, if like this, all right. So what is J? J is smaller than what in this case? Okay. So we need to repeat. J is smaller than I. Correct? J is smaller than I. Why J is smaller than I? Because if it's 0, all right, if it's 0, then I want 1. Then I want 1. So for J small equal to 0, J smaller than 0, J plus plus. J is smaller than 0. So dia akan tu sekali. Is it I? Is it I? Right, let's see. I don't think it's I. Let's see. All right, so, but this is what I have. Is it I? Right, so let's see. Kita tengok balik. If your answer is I, alright, for kalau J2 if I is 0, alright, if let me do, how do I explain it? So now you have like this kan. Alright, ni let's J. You want the J to be 0. For this one, you want the J to be 0 and 1. Alright. This one you have 2. You want the J to be 1, 0, 1, and 2. Alright, then only you have 3 here. Right. For this one, you want the J to be 0, 1, 2, 3. Then you will have 4. Right. So J smaller than, well, J is smaller than I plus 1. Or actually my question is J is smaller than, but you can correct me. Now you put K. Or you can correct me, actually is J is smaller or equals to I. That would be correct. Alright, so just you should correct me lah. J is smaller or equals to I, then it will be correct. Alright. So once you have that, alright, if I change it to 6 lines also, it's going to work. Okay, so actually we try with 1 lines, 2 lines. If it's we work with 2 lines, then it's going to work. Okay, you punya logic tu macam ni lah, right? You punya logic tu macam ni. Alright, so repeat 3 times. Alright, repeat 4 times. Okay, let's ni semua dah pening kepala. Alright, semua dah pening kepala. So what I want you to do now, you can break. Hari ni kita break lama sedikit. Kita break 30 minutes because everyone pening kepala. But before we go for break, because I also want to, before we go for break, I suggest you to copy this thing, right? I suggest you to copy this thing. You put it somewhere here. You put it somewhere ni, alright? And then you do like this. Alright, you do like this. Okay, you do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Tadi kita buat apa? 6, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you do 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you do like this. Alright, so you have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say that. Macam ni. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just now I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no, I should check here. I check on my code just now. On my code just now I put 6 kan. Yang paling bawah dia ada berapa? Paling bawah ada 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the last one will be 1, 2, betul lah. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright. So I want you to do this. I want you to pergi break 30 minutes. Alright, within the 30 minutes you pergilah makan, minum, and then take and then you come back. Alright, you try to complete this. Alright, you try to complete this macam just like this, just like this. Alright, so if it's like this, I'm on what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Right, ini tahu lah, right? Ini tahu, ini you tahu, ini dia terbalik lah. Alright, and then from this graph, alright, from this graph, then from this table, then you come up with the formula. From this table you come up with this formula. So normally kan kita pun macam contek. Right, we also conteng on the paper, on the piece of paper. A programmer will always do that. So since we are not in front of each other, we don't have a whiteboard or something. Then I use this as my whiteboard. Alright, so I let's have a break. Let's have Maghrib break. Kita buat 30 minutes kan. 8:10 lah, 8:10. 8:10. Alright. And then you try to complete this table first. After you complete the table, then only you go to the for loop. Itu untuk bahagian bawah. Okay, any question?
Sir, please show the code just now. The code.
Okay, alright.
Thank you.
Okay, this is not the code. This is the code. Tak apa, dia pening, but you do the table first, right? You do the table first and you digest. Okay, I away first. Nanti bila I come back, I will let you know when I come back. Okay. Any idea? Not ideal, all right? So we repeat back. Macam tadi, right? So you have this one. You will have 0. Okay. And then you have 0 and 1. Then you have 0, 1, 2. All right. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. 0, 1, 2, 3. And then 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yang ni so macam tadi juga, alright, you do the first line first. Alright, do the first line first. After you do the first line, then you figure out how to do this. Alright, so this one, we do just now. Alright, so for var I equals to 0, I smaller than lines, I plus plus. Alright, we do document.write hashtag document.write b. Okay, alright, so I have that. Alright, I have that. So based on this, alright, based on this, alright, based on this, try to find out what's the condition, what's the second, right? From what to what, right? From what to what, right? Based on this chart, right? Based on this chart. Okay, so 5 more minutes, I guess. Well, you have another questions, we try to do 3. Let's see. 3 cukup ke 2, right? We try to do 3 today. Okay, anyone have an idea of this? So if kosong, alright, I want to do 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If it's 0, I want to do 5 times. If it's 1, I want to do 4 times. Alright. If it's 2, I want to do 3 times. If it's 2, I want to do 2 times. 3 if I want to do 2 times. If it's 4, I want to do 1 time. Okay. And then sebab tu you have to think of something that is variable. What is variable? Pemboleh ubah, right? Last time when you learn in school, you have pemboleh ubah dan another one is, what is pemboleh ubah? Another one is pemalar, right? So you have pemboleh ubah and pemalar. Or you have variable, right? And you have a constant, right? So variable and constant, right? So what is constant? What is constant here? You have lines. Constant is something that is not changed, right? Something that is not changed. So your constant is lines. Lines here, for example, is 6. And then you have variable. Your variable here is I. All right, you have 0, 1, 2, 3. So your I, your variable is I, right? So from the constants and from the variable, what is this? Who can create formula from lines from the constants that you have and the variable that you have? Can you create a formula here? Amirul is right. Got 5, right? 5 is what? 6 and 0. From 6 and 0, how to get 5? So from 6 and 0, how to get 5? So come up with a formula. Come up with a formula using lines, which is the constant, right? Lines is 6. And then using variable. Okay, tak apa. You just do this line. You have 6, you have 0. How to get 5 from 6 and 0? How to get 5 from 6 and 0? What mathematic operation that allow you to get 5 from 6 and 0? Tambah, tolak, darab, bagi. Or modulo. What mathematic operation that allow you to get skills? 6 minus 1, all right? So Joel got it, 6 minus 1, all right? So you have 6 minus 1. 6 minus 1. This one? What from 6 and 1? All right, well, you don't put a 0 here, right? You don't put a 0 here. So 0, right? So from from 6 and 1, what mathematic operation for you to get 4? How do you get 4 from lines and 1 or 6 and 1? All right, so 6 minus 1. All right, 6 minus 1 minus 1. All right, this one, if you see it, is going to be 6 minus 2 minus 2. All right, so if I generalize, this will be lines minus I minus 1. Correct? Lines minus I minus 1. Lines minus I minus 1. Yeah, see, yeah. You try to map. This is not programming. This is your problem solving skills, right? This is not maths, right? This is your problem solving skills. The programming part is just once you figure out, oh, this is how is it, all right? This is how is it. Then only you start to code it, all right? Then only you start to code it, which means that you need to repeat this, right? You need to repeat this these times. You need to repeat it these times. So once you got that, you have to find out that. That's the hardest part, is to find out that. Then you program it, right? So for var j equals to 0, j is smaller than lines, minus I minus 1, j plus plus, and then I will repeat this. All right, j times. Okay, so perfect. perfect diamond. Okay, finding this is the most difficult part, right? But I think you get it. This is your second exercise, right? The first one, the first one was fizz bus. This is your second exercise. So you try to grasp it. Okay. Any questions? Try to go it. I give you until 8:30. All right. Until 8:30. If you got it, all right, we will go to next exercise. All right, we aim to do at least one more. We aim to do at least one more.
Ya,
Yes.
boleh tolong ke?
Yes.
Sekejap, Termasuk lah. Nampak kan?
Okay.
Dia punya ni error lagi ya, saya. Saya dah follow dah. Kenapa dia punya ni error lagi? Saya dah follow dah apa yang saya bagi dalam group.
Lines equal for I smaller than for line berapa? Line 1 var lines equals to 6. Itu line berapa? Oh, tu var tu V besar.
Var tu?
V besar. V tu kena kecil. Line 1 tu dia baca. Line 1.
Okey. V besar.
Line 1 itu bukan line 1, itu line bukan. Itu line 3. Line 1. Kan V kamu tu besar.
Okey. Macam tak ada efek
Hmm.
apa pun.
Curly bracket line 30 tu tak tutup kan? Yang kedua tu kena tutup. Line 32 tu ada tutup curly bracket.
Curly bracket.
Line 32 tu ada satu lagi curly bracket tutup kan? Kamu buka for loop line 9 kena tutup.
Macam macam nak buang yang merah ni. Kenapa customer nampak warna
Macam mana
merah?
nak
Macam
kena tutup curly bracket.
dekat mana saya? Dekat ni, dekat nombor 3
Line 32.
32.
Baca tepi tu kan 1, 2 tu semua tu number of nombor line tau. So baca. Cari tengok bila saya cakap 32 pergi je ke line 32.
Line, sekejap. Macam mana nak tahu line 32 sekejap? Yang ni line 3 kan?
Baca nombor tepi tu. Sekejap. Kenapa saya tak boleh share minta ni ya?
Dia boleh control kan?
Saya tak boleh control. Ini pakai Chrome ke pakai Team?
Pakai Safari.
Safari. Tu dah cakap apa lepas ni download Teams. Sebab tu saya tak boleh control. Saya tak boleh nak tunjuk. Tu nampak tak tepi tu? Macam susah nak cakap. Okey. Mana cursor kamu? Tengok perkataan F. Susah.
Okey, saya sekarang ni dekat nombor 1 ni, while line ni.
Okay.
While line
Gerakkan ke kiri. Tu
Okay,
kanannya
sini.
kiri. Ikut screen kiri.
kiri.
Okey, kiri sikit lagi.
Okey,
Kiri.
kiri lagi.
Kanan ikut kiri. Arah screen. Saya cakap berdasarkan arah screen.
Arah skin ke kanan ke kiri tu?
Ke kiri.
Ke kiri sini lah, betul.
Lawan. Senang cerita lawan je lah.
Sini
Lawan.
betul.
Lawan. Okey, lawan arah. Pergi dekat V.
Okey.
Sikit lagi ke kanan. Kau panggil kanan lah.
Sini.
Nampak tak ada tulis nombor 1 tu? Nampak tak nombor 1?
Nampak?
Nampak? Bila saya cakap 32, geraklah ke bawah sampai nombor 32. 32 ke bawah? Ada ke nombor 32 tu? Tadi saya nampak 32.
Ada 13 je.
Macam 13. Line bawah tu kan dia tutup curly bracket. Curly bracket tertinggal tu.
Yang ni
Lepas tu tadi siapa? Ada Joel perasan. Kamu terpadam var dekat line 2. Sebab nombor ni tak nampak ni.
Sini.
VAR. Line 3 tu tertinggal VAR. AR tu V terbuang.
Tak ada juga sir.
Line 3, tunggu jap. For var I small I for var I je semua. Save refresh.
Refresh
Okay. Refresh.
Okay dah. Thank you sir.
Okay. Ni Syamil is one example yang tak ada ni tak ada tips. Alright, so for by Friday try to download tips kejap je. Kita pakai 2 bulan je, lepas tu you uninstall it. I think one of the features is sebab tu saya tak boleh masuk. That's why I cannot go inside your laptop.
Tapi saya guys macam Mac saya dah download tau.
Because
Dah download. Saya dah download Teams tapi lepas tu dia tak keluar.
Download kat mana sekejap? Kat App Store ke?
Saya dah download dekat dalam apa ni kan MacBook kan. Dah download lepas tu dia tak keluar pun. Dia guna yang browse juga. Lepas saya
Microsoft Teams kan? Cari ni kena cari macam ni kan? Cari je kat sini Microsoft Teams. Ada cari tak macam ni?
tu dekat mana, dekat search.
Dekat search atas tu. Cari Microsoft Teams. Nanti buka di sini.
Oh. Okay sir.
Okay.
Thank you sir. Sorry.
Ini kena pergi kelas Mac ni, bukannya kelas. Ni tak betul, cakap tak boleh request control sebab apa? Sebab tak pakai Teams. So that's why. Ni apa? Pakai Teams lah lepas ni. Right. So then I can request control. Then I can go in. That's the reason why we use Teams. Sebab Teams have request control. Zoom semua tak ada. Zoom semua tak ada request control. So I purposely ask for Teams so that I can request control students' computer. Oh, tadi nampak 32. Okay, so next questions. Ini okay ya? So this one okay ya? I expect this to be on your GitHub. Not okay juga. Why? Alright. I expect this to be on your GitHub by the end of today. Alright. And if we go to our pin topics, this is stairs. Tangga. So if on your exam you got tangga, these are the questions these are the tangga question. Right? So by now you should be able to try to get the logic and the idea. Right? So you have two homework for the exam. One is face bus, another one is stairs. Right? Try to hafal the step. Hafal the step. Kenapa ni ya? So can you see my share screen? Okay. Okay, so okay, Savan, are you on ni sama juga try to check if you are ni are you on ni? Because Ash can see it. Tak apa, I will copy paste your code here for notes purpose. I don't copy paste code, so that's one thing. If you want, I can show you my screens, and then you can screenshot, do whatever you want. But I don't copy paste code, sebab I don't like student je copy because if I copy paste, dia copy je paste. Alright, I want you to type if you have problem. Macam tadi kan, Syamil tertinggal, it's okay. You tertinggal tak apa, I betulkan. So if you want that, I show it 1 minute or half minute screenshot, and then you paste it lah, right? Paste it. Or I can do it as well lah, right? Can scroll above tak? Ada file line saja. This is the full code. Okay. Tak apa, K7, don't go out first because okay, tak apa, you don't go out now, alright? You open the you open how should I do it lah? Alright, you open the ni first, alright? The question first, right? Yesterday I give you a set of question 2. Alright, open question 2. I try to not to use you will all of you who can see the screen, because someone dia tak boleh show the screen, but I try to avoid using the screen at the moment. Once I explain the next question, then Kesavan, what I suggest you is to download Teams first. Right? Download Teams first, install Teams, then only you go out, you go in using the Teams software. Okay. So this is the second question. Write a program that creates a string that represent an 8x8 grid, right? Using new line character to separate each lines. All right. At each position of the grid, there is either a space. Okay, I changed the word space to 0. So it's going to be like hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 8 ni 1, 2, 3, I think kita lebih already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 lah ya, 9. 9 times. And then 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0. Right, hashtag 0, 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 hashtag 0. Alright, all this will be 9 times. Alright, so something like this, right? Again, bergantung, alright, it depends. If I want 9 lines, just by a change of variable, I will get 9 times 9. If I want to change it to 13, I will just change it on the variable. All right, basically, I don't want you to do document.write #0, #0, #0. I don't want you to do that. Right, it's not like that, right? It's more complex than that. Okay, so that's it. Again, 10 minutes for the planning part. All right, so don't try to look for the code first. 10 minutes for the planning part. When I say planning part is find out what is the section. Right, what are the sections based on what you have done? What is the closest code to each section? And then what are the tools needed? Then only I will give you times to come up with a solution. Right? Try to understand this pattern. Try to understand this problem solving concept so that in the future kan you don't ni macam dah pernah buat lah. That's I think I did it somewhere. I think dia ubah sikit saja. Alright, so that's the idea. Okay, 8:41 now. I give you 8:50, 8:51 lah, 8:51. Alright. So for K7 now, you can download. Alright, what I said is download Teams software, and then install Teams software. Sama juga lah. I think take this time to download Teams software as well. So senang sikit for me to masuk. All right, so Ash have a suggestion. Ash have a suggestion there. I only agree the first part. Well, I will tell you why I only agree the first part, and then you correct it, all right? I only agree the first part. Why? Because it's not as easy as that. It's not a simple repeat. Because you see, the first one is hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag. The second one is 0 hashtag. All right, you cannot simply delete that. All right, you cannot simply repeat it. All right. So the first one is hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0, then 0 hashtag 0 hashtag 0 hashtag 0 hashtag. Then dia macam ni, right? And then dia macam ni, right? So you see a pattern recognition. Kita dah belajar kan benda tu. Find out what's there. So the first one is correct, right? Do one line first, but the idea is instead of doing it like that, all right? Instead of doing it like that, you will do. Okay, have a point. That it can be fixed code. Yeah, it can be a fixed one. All right. Your first line, you will do this first. Hashtag, 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 hashtag. No need to scratch your head. No need to try to do hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0. Try to do this first, right? Hashtag. This one is easy, yeah. You know how to do it. So once I give that as a suggestion, what will be your second step? What do you think? What do you? It's a good second step based on the already. I'm not sure. I think it's a connection. But you see, after you download, is it better or not? But the others see just now. So most probably it's the connection. Okay, the second one, you just do a box of 9 times 9. Alright, you just do a box of 9 times 9. I don't need to worry. Okay, so there's it. Dia just sedang, right? Box of 9 times 9. After you do that, then only you find the pattern. Alright, so number 1 is one line hashtag. Number 2 is box of line times line. Number 3, then look for the pattern. Right, look for the pattern. Alright, okay, so try to the 3 steps. Alright, try the 3 steps. And then try at least 1 and 2 lah. Alright, try at least 1 and 2. Okay. Okay, cuba cari 5 more minutes. We try to done until pukul 9. Right, try to target pukul 9. Today ramai diam. Ramai diam hari ni. Agak susah. Well, it's just what we did yesterday. Sama je macam kita buat yesterday, right? So it's just your problem solving. Today we are focusing on problem solving. Pattern, correct? Pattern to add zero, yes. Okay, so I think just now Raj already told me he got step 1 and 2. Anyone else 1 and 2? So I can give Raj answer lah, right? I can give Raj answer, but you have to find out the others. So for var I equals to 0, I smaller than line. So let's say that I have here var lines equals to 9. So for var I equals to 0, then alright, smaller than lines, I plus plus. Then I will do document dot write hashtag. Right, so document dot write hashtag. So if I do document dot write hashtag, okay, then I will have right, then I will have number 1. What is my next thing that I need to do? To repeat this, I need to repeat this 9 times. I need to repeat this lines time. What do I need to do? Do another loop. All right. So I do another loop. I repeat again this loop. Okay, but I will do it outside. I will repeat this lines times. Right? I will repeat this 9 times. So for var j equals to 0, j is smaller than lines, j plus plus. All right, so document dot write hashtag. All right. But what is missing? I'm missing a document dot write br here. I finish one line. All this mean one line. Then I will do a second one, enter, third one, enter, fourth one, enter, fifth one, enter, sixth one, enter. Okay, so that's 9 times 9. All right, so that's 9 times 9. Then, all right, what I want you to do now, right, what I want you to do now is to do a table of the best friend today. So table, well, don't we just do 5 by 5. Huh? So you have hashtag 0, hashtag 0. 0, hashtag 0, hashtag 0. So I will have hashtag 0, hashtag 0, hashtag. Then we have hashtag 0, 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 hashtag. Okay, so that's now. We just add insert row above. And then we just add insert on the left. Okay, so this code you copy already, This code copy. Okay, let me stop for 2 minutes. Make sure that you get that code. Those who already get that code, then you can go to my source now. Okay, that we done. All right, we go here. So I want you to find out which one is I, which one is J. Right, there is one that is I. There is one that is J. Mana satu I, mana satu J? Which one is I, which one is J? Melintang I ke menurun I? Based on this code, the one that you understand. Melintang I ke menurun I? Menurun I. Correct, menurun I. Well, you have 1 out of 2 chance. No, based on my code, your code might be different. Based on my code. I rephrase. Based on my code, which one is I? Decrease, vertical, decrease menurun kan? Horizontal or vertical? Left to right is horizontal, vertical is up to down. Horizontal, right? Horizontal is I, and then vertical is J. Right, based on my code, so your code might be different. And then here, all right, I will write this one. All right, so right. So for example, I this I. So I 0, 1, right, 2, 3, 4. This one is J. All right, this is J 0. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so you have I. Yeah. So now you see what pattern at this chart literally, and this is pattern. Right, this is what we call the pattern recognition hari tu. So based on this chart, when will it be hashtag? When will it be 0? Picture freeze or I didn't. Yeah, one minute I change. Okay, let me try. Now okay or not? Because I already changed to 5G. Okay or not? You see my screen? Still black. Yeah, sama yang lain pun sama sebab because for me still can't see. I don't know what's wrong. Okay, one more time. Can you see the screen? Tak pula, I tutup video because I think the video consume bandwidth. If I post video, can you see? Okay, Saban, okay. Okay, I will just close video. Okay, can be alright. Okay. So just now I saw answer just now. So nah, you tengok lah. Try to look at the pattern, alright. Try to look at the pattern. I saw Amirul bagi answer, tapi Amirul punya answer tu advance. You don't need to. You see, bila I tu, alright, bila I tu ganjil, genap, right? Bila I tu genap, right? I genap, so 0, to form. So let's assume I genap, I is even, sorry, I is even. You see that is an hashtag. Okay. However, it's not the same here. All right, it's not the same here. All right, sebab sini I ganjil pula kan, I ganjil pula, then it's a hashtag. All right. So what you do is you write all the condition that's causing it to be a hashtag. So just now, when I is even, all right, but don't forget you also have J. All right, and J is even when I is even and J is odd. Okay, find the pattern. All right, try to find the pattern. Again, and now you have two variables. You don't have a constant, you don't have a pemalar in this case, but you have a pemboleh ubah. All right, so then your two variable is the lah. All right, I and J. All right, so when J is when I is odd and J is even. All right, when I is odd and J is odd. Right. So once you come up with this, then you do your if else, right? Because whenever there's an if, it's an if else already. Okay, so answer these questions, you will get an answer. Once you get that answer, you will replace this line of code. Right, you will replace this line of code with whatever rules that you find out just now. Okay, 5 minit cukup ah. Setengah jam hari ni kita buat 1 hour and a half. Just 2 exercises. 1 hour and a half. Not even 1 hour and a half. 3 hours. 3 hours just to do 2 exercises. Right. So you come up with this when I is even and J is even, you come up with something. When I is even and J is odd, you do, and then you try to program it. Right. You come up with the result first. Then only you come up with the programming solution. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so Raj got it already. All right, I think almost everyone got it, but the idea is for you to code it lah. All right. So once you get something like I copy paste Raj answer. All right. So I copy. If Raj wrong, then you guys wrong. All right. So no, I'm kidding, but I think it's correct. So when I is even and J is even, this period. Now, once you have that, right? Now, once you have that, then you code it. All right. This is what we call conditional. All right. When it is conditional, so the tool is if else, right? So if it's conditional, the tool if else. So you code it, try to just code it like this, right? Using all the operation that you know just now. And then you kira lah, alright, oh, ini macam the even and odd number last time. Oh, when did you do odd and even and odd number? You did it yesterday. Alright, so the code is almost similar to what you did yesterday. Okay, 10 more minutes. Sempat 9:30 we will do new things. Okay, let's try to do it together because I aim to finish 9:30. Okay, so ini kita ikut je. Alright, so if I is even, so this I is even. If I modulo 2 equals to 0, n. Alright, so even, right, Raja already helped you. It's an n there. And j is even, so j modulo 2 equals to 0. Alright, then you will do document dot write hashtag. Okay, so that's this one. And then he already put it here, right? When I is odd and j is odd, so you can do this. Right? How do you do either this or that? Yesterday we have seen it. It's the or. All right. So either it's this condition, right? Either if it's this condition, or right, it's this condition. Right. So this condition is I is odd and j is odd. Okay, then this will be otherwise, right? Otherwise, I'm going to show the 0. Senang sahaja, right? Not that hard, right? Senang sahaja, not that hard. Magic, like magic, you will see the answer. Okay, so problem solving very slow. All right, yeah. So Ash said lah, okay. So now what you need to do is you have this homework. You're going to have this long week. Your homework is, all right, your homework is to memorize this. Don't memorize line by line, yeah. Don't memorize line by line. You memorize how you get the idea. Okay. So what you should do, what you should be able to do by the end is this week is you have 3 exercises. After this, you will see some more. After this, you're going to see some more. You have these 3 exercises. Make sure that you are able to do it without checking anything. All right, without checking anything. All right, you go through the same logic. So what happened during the exam? Again, you can do this. You can do whatever you want, except for looking at a piece of paper, looking at a different screen, all right? Because you might have your answer is at a different screen, or you cannot open another window tab to look for the answer, all right? But you can do anything. You can okay, sir, I want to do table like last time. That one you can do, all right? You can do this and everything. You can do something like this. You can, all right? So try to redo, and you only have 3 exercises: Fizz bus. You have the hashtag 0, and you have the stairs, right? Yeah. So focus on that 3 questions. Try to aim by the end of this week. I can do it without even I can don't memorize line by line. Last time I asked my student, they memorize line by line. If they memorize line by line, they really like I modulo 2. They really memorize to that part. This should be natural. This is your programming. All right. The one that you need to remember is the steps and logic. All right. The programming part should come naturally. Tak apa, I know that it looks like an unachievable task. All right. I know that it looks like an unachievable task, But actually, all the past students did it, right? During the exam, I don't know, maybe they tipu and maybe they have a bigger screen at the end. I don't know, right? But all the other students did it. If you don't trust me, I can just show the video there. They're resolving the problem. I can share it with you. I can cut. I can show to you. So this one is stairs. Sorry, this one is hashtag fences. Fences. All right, so you can call it fences. Sebabnya hashtag 0. I call it fences lah, right? Gate of fences. Okay, so that's about it. That's for the problem solving part. You left me with 45 minutes. 45 minutes left. Well, I have two choice. Either I continue. Let's continue a little bit, all right? Let's continue a little bit the slide. If not, nanti I don't think the syllabus you're going to get left behind. I think that the more we continue, the more challenging exercise I can give for us. So that's the reason I want to continue. Right. So now I can only give you limited to 3 plus 2. All right. 3 data type and 2 control flow. I want to add at least one more things for today, which is function, and then array we will do next week. Shamil, okay? Very quiet today. I only see there's no Shamil. Shamil talking about Ash. Kalau tak dia yang paling bising. Hari terdiam, terpaku tengok
Tergamar sikit saya kalau hari ni.
Okay, we go to function directly. All right, we go to function directly. So what you see, this thing have a lot now. All right. Kalau ikutkan, alright, if it's not up to me, you have to know while loop lah, you have to know do while, right, and then you have to know switch case and everything. But I don't want you to worry about it. I don't want you to worry. You see some of the thing I skip, whatever that I skip, I don't want you to worry about it at least for the next 6 or 7 weeks. Then you will discover through freecodecamp and everything. Then you worry when you discover through freecodecamp. Okay, don't worry. Whatever question that I give you, you don't need to think about while loop. You don't need to think about do while yet. All right, that one you will discover by yourself. The question that's going to be asked is only from what I emphasize in class. All right, so the 3 data type, if else, for loop. Now I'm going to add function. I'm going to add function into the equation. So after this, maybe you have function. Maybe some question you might have function. Okay, a function. Let's take a deep breath. A function is a group of statements that group together to perform a specific task. We regroup the statement so that it can be reused later rather than repeating the same set of statements. You may need to provide some information to perform a specific task. This is called parameters. If function requires you to provide an answer, the response is known as response value. Okay, I'm a very practical one, so you can open CodePen. This one you call it day 2, right? So this is how you declare a function. All right, declare a function. Function say hello, open, close bracket. Let's say that the function will do console.log hello. Right, so function say hello, open, close bracket. What the function will do? The function will do console.log hello. This is what we call function declaration. Okay, nothing happened because I need to call, all right, or invoke a function. How do I call or invoke it? I will do say hello, open, close bracket. All right, then only I will see hello there. Okay, so that's one is declaring a function. The second part is invoking a function. I can call it 3 times. If I call it 3 times, then dia akan keluar 3 kali lah. Alright, so if I call it 3 times, then it will come out 3 times. No, it's now, all right. Console.log we saw yesterday, all right. I think ni macam ni sikit, keliru sikit. It's just doing console.log. So instead of I'm doing console.log 3 kali, all right. Instead of I'm doing console.log 3 kali, I create a function. Right? I group it. Now I think dia sama saja. Dia tak ada instead of dia is nothing. It's just like what you did yesterday, right? Instead of doing console.log, I group it. Why I group it? Now I create another function. This is declaring a normal function, but I think this will be more interesting, right? Declaring a function with variable. I think this one will be more interesting. Okay, so you have function say goodbye, say function say goodbye, and then I put a name here. Console.log goodbye plus name, right? And now when I call the function, right, since I have a variable, or I have a variable here in function, they call it parameter. If sometimes I use the word parameter, but for beginners you can use variable, but later kan makin lama makin we change to parameter. So this one I will do say goodbye. Okay, and then I can do, for example, the Ash. Say goodbye. I can do Raja kan, I think I suka je tak Raj. I think Raj. Alright, and then another one I can do, for example, Shamil. Alright, so okay. So now you can see it makes sense for me to make it as a function instead of doing console.log Ash, console.log Raj, console.log Shamil. Now I can pass it as a parameter. Okay, boleh good. Begitu, I whoever name I state, because they are too quiet, so that's why I put it there, right? Normally be saying, all right, name normally extrovert, all right? Suddenly extrovert become introvert. For those who are introvert, I don't care already, all right? But this extrovert suddenly become introvert today. Uh, okay, so it works well. Now it works lah, alright. Okay, so macam this is what we call semalam kan? Alright, semalam. Yesterday when I show you about the right? When I show you about the problem solving, computational thinking, right? Computational thinking. Kan, I think everything is quite clear already. Alright, everything is quite clear. Algorithm is clear. Okay, this one. So decomposition, you know kecil-kecil soalan. Pattern recognition, now you know tengok what's the pattern, identify what's the pattern. Algorithm is you come up with the rules just now. Abstraction, right? Abstraction is this is abstraction, right? This is abstraction. So for example, you nampak tak just now we have something that is related to odd and even, right? Something that is related to odd and even. So what you can do is you can create a function check odd, check even number then I can do lah, right? So if number module check even, right? So check even, if number modulo 2 equals to 0, I will return true. Alright, else I will return false. So this one, function with result. Okay, so yang ni kalau you try, so let's say that I do function, alright, function console dot log check even, I buat 3, alright, I buat 3 for example, and then you get false sebab je lah check even. If I do console.log check even 4, then I will get true, right? Because an even number. Alright, so this one is function with result. So this is example of abstraction. If you need to use it later, you can, right? You can use it later. Later tu maksudnya if I have any kind of exercise, you can use it. Kita 15 minit lagi because you spend too much time just now. Kita try buat okay, clear so far? Well, I should actually give you another I should actually introduce you with this lah, right, which is much easier. So function sum a comma b. Alright, now I have more than one parameter. What a and b do, a and b will do return a plus b. Alright, so if I do console.log sum 2, 3, alright, what will I do if I get console.log sum 4, 7, 4, 8, alright, check the result. Alright, so this one actually I should do this first, right? Function with 2 parameters with result. console is showing it. Console is showing the value here. That's what console.log. Yeah, console.log is not on the website. It's for you, only for your reference. It's like print lah, right? It's like print. If you do document.write, it will be here. If it's console, it will be here. If it's in CodePen, if it's in browser, I will show you next week. Nanti you terlampau banyak sangat benda kan, you pening kepala. So this week we focus on CodePen first. Showing it only for you, but developer, but the user will not see it. Okay, I have one more thing. Alright, I have one more thing. Kalau tak nanti you pening kepala. So function, alright, with multiple results pula. Oh, belum lagi ya? Oh, sorry, ini orang lain. Okay, ini Ashraf, not you guys. Function with multiple result, you will do function apa tu? Area volume. Alright, function area volume, luas dan isi padu. Alright, you normally have height, width, kan? Height, width, satu lagi apa? Luas, lebar, ketebal, tinggi. Lebar is what? Wide, height, length, kan? Like width, length and height. Macam pelik je. So if anyone has better suggestion, you can let me know. Alright. So width ni, alright, luas is you do square bracket, width times length, right? To luas. Isi padu, the volume is width times length times height. Alright, so that's the volume. Okay, once I have that, you do console.log. For example, 345. Console.log 345. Console.log area volume 345. Then you dapat lah 12 and 60. Alright, 12 and 60. Okay, so far okay. Object array. Correct. It's object array because it has two things. Alright. But that one we will, the object array we will cover. But betul lah, you got 12 and 60 lah, alright. You read the 12 and 60. Okay. Alright, so let's have a look at the slide. Laju pula. I thought I want to give you one exercise more, but it looks like I have to give you 2 exercises. But the problem is I give you 2 exercises, I don't think you can finish it by 10:15. It's risky. Kalau I bagi 2 exercises, you might finish 10:30 and then you semua kepala berterabur. Alright, so let's see. Okay, let's see the slide. Okay, we cover this, we cover this, we cover this. All right, so this one you read whatever you can read, all right? But I do, whatever that I want you to understand, I will ask it as a quiz. Macam hari tu kan, whatever that is important, I will ask it as a quiz. So I think you will have a quiz this Friday. This Friday you will have a quiz. If not next week you will have a quiz, so that you understand the theory part. I think this one we already done. All right, switch no need. Switch no need. For loops. All right, for loops we have done. If else we have done. Function, right? It's function. So how to define a function, how to call a function. Declaring a function with parameters, we have done it. All right, so now you have one that's have a return, another one that have document direct or cursor log inside right away. All right, normally, right, if you're calculating, if you are calculating, if you are testing, normally you will have a return at the end. All right, rarely you have cursor log. Cursor log is just for our reference, for learning the first part, but most of the time you will have return at the end. All right, so we've done this. All right, we have done this area and volume with height and depth. Betul lah, right, with height and depth. Should I do this with you? Boleh lah. Alright, so tak payahlah nanti pening kepala benda. Okay, this one function done. Alright, function done. So let's open freecodecamp. Alright, let's open freecodecamp. Kalau normally I want to do the min max average, but apa, we do freecodecamp. Okay, go to JavaScript algorithm and data structure. Alright, so you have these exercises that you can start doing it, and then you can try to do everything. But normally kan, once you find the word array, you can stop already. Alright, so stop at word array, but restart at word function. Alright, stop at word array, restart at word function. Stop at array, restart at function. And then stop at object. All right, stop at object. All right, once you find the word object, you can stop. All right, so that's for freecodecamp. So you can start calmly. I put tinggal 6 soalan. You start calmly and everything, right? And then at one point you will see the word array. You can stop it first. All right, array we will do next week, and then you go beyond. There's word function here. All right, you start doing function, and then you just do function and everything until after function is if else. After if else is for loop. After if else, then you see the word object, you stop. Right, then you see the word object, you stop. Oh, then you can start with while for loop. And then tak apalah, while and for loop you do next week, right? So next week you do the remaining. Okay, so that's for freecodecamp. But now I want you to do basic algorithm scripting. All right, somewhere at the bottom we have basic algorithm scripting. So you have this exercise first. So make sure that you can do this exercise. Let me reset my code. You tiru my jawapan. All right, so the first one is convert Celsius to Fahrenheit. All right, so this is the question that you're going to do now. It's very easy. It's much easier than the one that you did just now. 20%, I would say that. 50% much easier than the fences. I'm exaggerating. 90% much easier than me. Right? So try to understand this, come up with the answer. So let here is var. All right, let here is var. Well, you can use var, right? You can use var as well if you want. Sorry, I think I just got what you meant. Because the problem is I thought I read pandas just now, but pandas is something else. So okay. Yes, it includes it like your mathematic rule, right? It's your it like your mathematic rule, but to be safe you can put percentage. To be safe. Sometimes also I'm not sure. Sometimes also I'm not sure, so I just use bracket. But if not, it will follow our normal math rules. Kan math rules percentage apa, bracket first and then times bahagi and then you have tambah tolak. Alright, so it's going to follow that rules first. Sorry, when I was wondering, I baca pandas. Pandas lain. Pandas is another thing. Okay, senang kan? Kita tunggu Syamil. Syamil, what's the answer? Syamil, the quiet extrovert. Someone just now, I want to show an article, but I forgot where is it. Semua kembali menjadi extrovert. Oh my god, kelakar lah you all. Ini masukkan je formula. Alright, the algorithm is 9. The algorithm to get a Fahrenheit. What is Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit is 9 bahagi 5 darab Celsius tambah 32. Alright, so 9 divide by 5 times Celsius plus 32. So that's what Fahrenheit, that's what the formula. So you just need to write the formula. It's as easy as that. Alright, 9 bagi 5 darab Celsius. Alright, and then plus 32. Alright, so that's plus 32. So that's the question. The question is just add the formula. All right, so I see like Asia. All right, Celsius. So once you're done, all right, you run the test. All right, you should get already. All right, you should get 2%, all right, because you only do number 1. This one is not. This one, trust me, this one is much easier than what you have done just now. But I think you are saturated a little bit. Okay, boleh. No need for me to ni ya. Alright, last questions. If you do it, then you can go back, and then you can go back. Well, then you can take turn off. Alright, go back. Kalau last time we go back, alright, because we were in PJ. Now, after you finish, we can finish, yeah. So factorial. This is your mathematics. Ni mod math it's not physics, it's mod math. What is factorial? Alright. What is the difference between let and var? This one you don't need to know yet. You just use var. But if you want me to answer, all right, if you want me to answer correctly, let is actually the latest JavaScript. Var is the normal JavaScript. So JavaScript has a lot of version. So the latest JavaScript is written on 2016. So let is the latest JavaScript. So freecodecamp use a lot of latest JavaScript. This one, I think you can just use var, right? You can just use var, whatever that I teach in class, you can do. Because why I use var? Because if you open W3 schools, kan, everything is var. Kan, if I text you let now, then you pergi W3 school, banyak var. But why everything is in var? Which one I want to copy, alright? So that's why for module 1, you just focus on var. When you do, for those who continue module 2 and module 3, then over there you will use let a little bit, you will use let, you will use constant a little bit, right? But module 1 just focus on var. The reason is because your main reference is W3 schools. So if I start to campur-campur, then you will get confused. So just use var first. Module 2, module 3 you use let, const ke, adalah banyak lagi benda, right? When you talk about the new JavaScript, for those who are curious, right? For those who are curious, the new JavaScript is actually this one. You have basic JavaScript, and then you have ES6. This is the new JavaScript. But this one you don't need to finish it in this module. You will finish it before you go to module 2 or module 3. That you need to finish it during the 1 week break. Normally before module 2 and module 3 you have 1 week break. You need to finish it there. But for those who, when we do together, you just need to finish the 111 exercises. So I would rather you finish this. I would end this. End this. Baru you do the ES6. I would rather you to finish yang algorithm and JavaScript first. No need to focus on ES6. Okay, last factorial. Siapa dapat boleh balik rumah. Alright, okay, finish it. So this is your mathematics last time. If you remember your mod math, add math or something. Alright, so what is factorial? So you have this thing that is used on probability, right? I think it's used on probability, logic, and combinatory. Now I'm throwing my vocabs, mathematics vocabulary. But actually is actually combinatory logic or something. Yeah, kawan. How I call it? Okay, I think it's combinatorial. Okay, this thing lah benda-benda ni, right? Combinatorial. Okay, ni nampak macam ni kan? Nampak macam combinatorial. Okay, combinatorial analysis. Tak apalah, sekejap. Set union section. Apa? No, I will just show this. I will just show this reference. Bukanlah, I will not show you this reference. I will just show you this link. You don't even need to know what is it yet. All right. I just want you to know, right? When you were in school last time, you learned this, right? When you were in school last time, you learned this. I'm not sure. It might be more math and everything, but I think you learned this. So this is something that this is where we use factorial. All right. Somewhere over here, we find out about factorial. All right. So what factorial is? Factorial is you have this. So factorial 0, right, is equals to 1. Factorial 1 is equals to 1. Factorial 2 is equals to 1 times 2. All right. Factorial 3 is equals to 1 times 2 times 3. And then factorial n, all right, is equals to 1 times 2 times 3 times n, or until n. All right. So that's what it is. Right? So this is something that you learn somewhere over here. Okay. So what I want you to do now is this question is to create the function that will calculate the factorial. All right. So if it's 5, then it's 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5. All right. So only integers greater than or equal to 0 will be supplied to the function. Okay. Siapa yang boleh jawab can log off. Siapa yang tak boleh jawab, I will wait until you can got it. Okay, anyone have an idea? Dia senang yang ni. Okay, so you macam mana ni? Well, so declare the last one, declare the function, yeah. Okay. Declare the function. Celaru. Declare the function. Ni my notes, my notes kan. Shit. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure which one you need. Alright, but use for loop. Yeah, correct. Use for loop. Alright, use for loop. This one, you already have. Okay, so I already give you ni. Alright, this one. Alright, so just now you have if num is equal to 0, right? If num is equal to 0, return 1, right? Because that's a special case. If not, what you're going to do is you're going to do var answer, all right? Var answer equals to 1, all right? Var answer equals to 1. So this one is, and then this is because I want to start with 1, because everything you see, everything will start with 1, right? Everything will start with 1, right? 1 times 2, 1 times 3. So I will start equals to 1. Then I will do a for loop. So for var I equals to 1. If I do equals to 0, it's 0 lah. I smaller or equals to num I plus plus answer equals to answer times I. That's it. Tak susah kan? Macam lagi senang daripada tadi. Macam lagi senang daripada tadi. Because it's only one. Tadi you buat if else lah, for loop lah, you have everything. Now it's only one. Just for loop. Just now you do for 2 times 2 for loop. Dua for loop dalam for loop. Now just a simple for loop. Alright, so this is the answer. Alright. Right. Tak dapat. What was it? Answer var equals, oh, so return answer, not return num, return answer. Okay, so that's it. Alright, or I can simplify it to be like this. Answer times equals. Yesterday you saw tambah equals, plus equals. Now it's time equals. I can do that as well. Alright, so this one is similar to answer equals to answer times I. Alright, that's about it. You can screenshot it. I can screenshot it for you. You can get your one exercise here. Okay, so what I want to say now is we only learned 5 things this week. Alright, we only learned 6 things. The 6 things that we learned, alright, let me recap, is the 3 data type, which is for loop, if else, and 3 data type, which is string, right, number, and boolean. Right, this is, and its operation. Right, if you're talking about its operation, dia ada tambah. Alright, this one you ada tambah. Alright, tolak, darab, bahagi, and then you have modulo. Alright, and then over here boolean, you have the and or and exclamation mark. Alright, that's topic 3. Topic 4 is for loop. Alright, topic 5 if else, dengan if, else if, and else. And then today you learn new thing, which is function. Alright, so these are the only things that you learn this week. You only learn 6 things. You tak belajar banyak benda pun this week. Tak banyak benda. Last week you even learn more. You have CSLR tukar color and everything. Alright, but this week and next week the focus is on problem solving, and I will keep giving you all these questions. I will keep giving you all these questions so that you know how to do this, how to use it properly. So that's the objective. These are the tools. Kan, kalau dekat dalam box kan, dekat dalam box IKEA kan, you buy box IKEA, you beli you buat almari kan, my cupboard belakang ni IKEA kan, dia bagi these are the pintu, these are the thing, right? So now you need to be able to use all these tools to assemble something. Terbalik, sorry. Tools ni ibarat tukul, right? Tukul, screwdriver, paku and everything, and then lah kayu, right? Now, how you can assemble it to build something, to build a problem that I'm going to give. So that's the focus of this week and next week. Alright, so dia tak banyak pun, alright, only these things. Right? If you notice kan, balik-balik benda yang sama, you keep using the same thing, alright. But the idea is to resolve problem based on the 6 things that I shared. Okay, so have a nice break, or have a nice 3-4 hari. Alright, so you just need what I suggest, redo it. Alright, redo the 3 exercises. Now you have factorial and you have ni balik from Fahrenheit. I think tomorrow morning the first thing you do, you bangun you do Fahrenheit, and then you see senangnya. Alright, you will see how easy it is. Alright, and then but Fahrenheit tu takkan masuk exam, so tak payah apa jawapan tu. That one surely will not come out in the exam. Alright, so just ni. Jap, can list down when we need to submit. You don't need to submit me anything, but this whatever that I have here, kan, it will be on the exam. Alright, so just to clarify, these things will come out on the exams. So what will happen on the last day, I will tell you lah. Alright, Ash, you do factorial. Factorial will come out in exam. Tapi dia ada 2 dia. You only learn one thing. You haven't learned the second way. So that's the thing. You just need to know that it will come out in exam. So you need to start to study. You need to start to memorize the answer. Yes, you just need to practice. Practically memorize. No, don't practice. You try to see. When I say memorize the answer, I don't mean memorize line by line now. Word by word. I mean memorize the step. right? The thinking flow of getting that answer. I rasa I belajar macam tu kot, right? I try to understand. When you memorize, you are forced to understand lah kan. When you memorize, you are forced to understand the flow to get the answer. Normally, I think that method works lah. I think that method works. I'm not sure. Just you see and see lah. After 7 weeks, you will see. No exercise need to be submitted. Just finish your free code camp and upload yang kita buat tadi tu. Day 1, you have day 1, day 2. And then you have Fizzbuzz, you have Fences. Just upload that to GitHub, but no other exercises. Okay, so any other questions? Today very long. Today actually the class is short, but it's long because we finish at 10:24. Normally we finish 10:15. We already finish normally.